Today I'm going to talk about whether or not you need a refeed day while on a cutting diet. Now, for those of you who don't know what it is, a refeed day is basically a day where you eat much higher calories than you normally eat while on your diet. Or another thing is if you're restricting a certain macronutrient, usually carbohydrates, a refeed day might be where you eat more carbohydrates than anything else on that one day of the week. And that kind of resets your body. What we're talking about in terms of resetting your body is physiological. It's possible if you're eating very low calories that you are going to have your body actually think it's starving. You're burning so many more calories than you're consuming. You're burning up so much of the fat, which is in your body's mind stored energy, that it's thinking it's starving, it's thinking it's going to run out of fat pretty soon, and then you're not going to have any fuel whatsoever because there's no stored energy and you're not eating enough energy. So, as a way to react to this, a lot of times your metabolism will slow down. That's the reason why a lot of people will say, you know, I was losing so much weight in the beginning, and then after a couple weeks, I stopped losing weight. Even though they were exercising the same, they're eating the same, nothing changed, but they just burnt fewer calories because your metabolism may actually have slowed down. And the idea is, you know, like I said, with the refeed day, well, you go on the diet for 6 days, and then one day out of the week, you eat much higher calories, so your body thinks, well, maybe I'm not starving after all, and because of that, it maintains the same metabolic rate, okay? It stokes the fat-burning furnace, people say. It increases your, basal metabolic rate. And that's one physiological reason for a refeed day. Another reason for a refeed day that's physiological is if you are restricting not your calories in general, but a particular macronutrient. For instance, one of the diets that I use is the steak and eggs diet. And the idea is you eat steak and eggs. You eat high fat, high protein, very low carbs during the week. And one day a week, you eat a lot of carbs. You recarb on that one day, or a carbohydrate refeed day on that one day of the week, and then you go for the rest of the week without carbohydrates again, okay? So those are two places where you would actually need a refeed day. If you restrict a macronutrient, especially carbohydrates, you might replenish it once a week, or if you are on a very low, very calorie restricted diet, then you might have to do that to reset your metabolism once a week. Now, there's also a couple of psychological reasons, okay? If you are really starving, like you have very restricted calorie intake during the week, and you're just starving, thinking about food, dreaming about food, it does help to stay on a diet like this. If you have one day a week where you're like, well, if I could just make it to Saturday, I'm going to be able to eat whatever I want. Another a psychological reason is, like I said, on the steak and eggs diet. I was never really hungry on the steak and eggs diet, but because I ate enough, I was always full. But if someone were to sit next to me and just eat, like, potato chips or pasta or some kind of carbohydrate, it really wouldn't bother me because I was thinking, well, you know what? I just have a couple more days to go, and then on Saturday I'm going to be able to eat all the pasta and all the potato chips I want. So there's also not just a physiological reason for a refeed day, but there's also a psychological reason for a refeed day. Now, should you have refeed days during your cutting diet? It really, really depends. The only reason when I say that you should have a refeed day during your cutting diet is if you are on a carbohydrate restricted diet and you have a carb refeed day. Other than that, if you are really starving, like you just dreaming of food, constantly hungry, then there's something wrong with your diet. If your metabolism slows down, I think that there's something wrong with your diet, okay? The idea basically that I have when I put somebody on a diet is if you are hungry, there's something wrong, we need to raise your calories, okay? For instance, I went on, I'm on the anaerobics diet again, okay? I have no cravings because I'm eating plenty of carbohydrates. I mean, basically carbohydrates before and after I work out, but still, it's a meal I can look forward to. You know, after I work out, I have dextrose in my protein shake to replenish the glycogen after I work out, and that tastes to me, believe me, it tastes like a milkshake, you know, mixed with protein powder. Before I work out, I have a banana and some almond milk with some Greek yogurt or with some protein powder. That tastes wonderful too, okay? Every meal I eat protein and fat, usually in the form of chicken breasts and almonds. So I really never feel hungry because I always have the protein and the fat from the almonds in me. I never really feel like I have sugar cravings because at least once a day I have what tastes like a milkshake. So I really do actually not have any cravings. As a matter of fact, when I did this, I've lost 30 pounds in 4 months. I didn't have a single cheat day for the whole 4 months. And my metabolism never slowed down, and I never went crazy with desires to cheat, okay? I really didn't have any physiological or psychological need for a cheat day the whole time.